Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooklyn, and for today's video I'm going to be trying something I've never attempted before, but I've been really wanting to and curious to see if I can do it, and that is a 24-hour reading challenge. Benny, which one should I read? Pick. Which one should I read? For like a short story, I think Allie Hazel just did it really good. So good. My eyes are falling asleep and I can't stop it. Granted, I am super cozy right now in my bed. We have just under like 3 hours. I'm very nervous about this, but I'm not fully insane because I know how challenging and like how long 24 hours really is and just sitting and reading for that length of time. I just couldn't do it, and I also really love sleeping too and getting my rest. I'm gonna split this up into 2 days. It's currently the weekend. I'm just gonna hang out and relax. I recently had to get oral surgery, so this side of my face is a little swollen, but I can't really do any like moving that much. I just kind of need to relax and heal. So I thought, why not make a vlog like this where I can just hang out all weekend and read. Like I said, today's gonna be 12 hours, which is Saturday, and then tomorrow's Sunday, and I'm gonna try and do another 12 hours. I am very excited and curious to see how this is all gonna go. I do sort of have a TBR planned for this video, or books that I have in mind. I recently posted a October TBR video. If you haven't seen that, I did mention a long list of books that I have on my radar for this October, and a lot of them was because I was gonna film this video. I am currently reading The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King for another video, but I really want to get that done, so this is gonna be the first book that we read in this video. I have like 3-ish hours left in it, so that'll be the first one we do, and then some other ones I have on my TBR. 2 of them are short stories, which I think are going to be really helpful because they're not as long. And also, I'm a slow reader, so I'm very interested to see how many books I can't complete in this challenge. Don't get your hopes up. I'm gonna say like 2 full-length books maybe, and then I have a couple of the novellas I want to read. I'll pull the book from my bookshelf right now of the books that I had in mind that I could pull from for this video. So I have my pile of books that I will go over with you guys real quick. I also talked about these in my TBR video. First one is We Are All the Same in the Dark by Julia Heberlin. I've never really seen much about this book. I'm very curious. It does sound interesting, so I'm very curious about this. A lot of these books are also more for the spooky fall time. The next one is Stephen King, The Body, short novella, so maybe I could get through that one. Please See Us by Caitlin Mullen, another like murder mystery. And then we have a palate cleanser. This is Night Shift by Annie Crown. This is a Wattpad original. I feel like this would be a good one to have. Just also like a romance if I need a break from all of the dark, dreary stuff. And then I have The Tenant, which is another murder mystery. And the last one is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I really want to read this one. Hopefully we can get through it. I don't know how fast this reads. That's like my biggest concern for this challenge, is that I'm not going to read that many books, which is fine, but I am very curious. So those are all the books I have on my radar. It's currently 10:20 and I want to get this started, so I'm not reading too late into the night. I'm also scared that the stopwatch is just going to like give up on me halfway through and I'm going to forget where I was at, so that's scary. So I'm gonna do the 24-hour thing, and then we'll just wait till I hit 12 and then we'll finish it tomorrow. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be starting with The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King for this challenge. I'm currently 60% through. On my Kindle it says I have 4 hours and 11 minutes left, so this is the first book that we will be reading for this, and I will update you guys when I'm finished. Okay, so I have finished The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Taking me a little while, you guys. I am a slow reader, but I paused my time because I did want to like sit and figure out what books I am going to read next. Currently at 19 hours and 20 minutes, so about 5 hours has passed and some change. I talked more about this book and my thoughts and opinions on this in the continuing series I'm in the middle of video. I'm pretty sure that should be posted before this, but I did end up giving this book 3.75 stars. I really enjoyed the ending of this, and I thought it was a pretty good closure to like the duet between between Araya and Rain. Now we are going to start our next book. I have been thinking about this, I will be honest, while I was reading. I feel like with having a timer on and knowing I'm like, okay, I want to try to read as many books as I can in this 24 hours, it's kind of stressing me out because I'm more aware of time now. But looking at this pile of books, I've been thinking about a couple because it's not almost dinner time, but my idea was around dinner time I was gonna listen to an audiobook just so I could focus on cooking and stuff. My first thought was maybe to do Please See Us because like a little mystery thriller would be cool. Pretty sure all these are around like 300 pages, so it should be fine. But then I was also thinking to read Butcher and Blackbird because I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, the man who does the narration for this book is, I can't even think of his name, and he's my favorite audio narrator. Hold on, let me find it. Joe Arden. Wait, that's not right. Never mind, I was confused. But I think I've heard Joe Arden is actually a pretty good narrator and people really like him. Because I also want like a fun romance. Not like fun, because obviously they're serial killers. Let me read the back and see what we're gonna get ourselves into. So they're serial killers and they kill other serial killers. Sounds pretty interesting. I don't know, because then I was also thinking like, should I just read Night Shift just to have like a palate cleanser? Pretty sure this one's on Kindle as well, but I'm also kind of ready to read a physical book. Something about the Kindle, especially because this book was like 500 or 600 pages. I really like seeing how many pages I have left in my book. Let's see what this one is. When a college bookworm and the campus basketball star shares a sexy encounter in the library, sex things get complicated. Typical romance normal trope or novel trope. Shy bookworm spends her nights working in the library until the local Hawkeye walks in. This is so Wattpad. Persuades her to take off her persuades her to take off her glasses and let her hair down, and passion ensues. Never going to happen, right? That's why romancers just fancy at lace until they're living one. Kendall Holiday doesn't like parties, so she spends her Fridays at the campus library working night shift to help her survive long hours. There's nothing better than disappearing to a steamy romance novel. After all, usually not much happens until Vincent Knight walks in. Vincent, the school star's basketball captain, is desperate for help finding a poetry book, but when his meet cute with Kendall turns into a steamy makeout session, neither are quite prepared for what comes next. Opposites might attract the romances, but it takes a lot more truth than tropes to make it work in real life. I don't know. I feel like this one's gonna be really cringy and I'm gonna regret picking it. I'm gonna wait on this one because I don't feel like it's gonna be that good. I think I'm gonna read Butcher and Blackbird next because I've heard it's really good and people really enjoy this one. So our next book is gonna be Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. Also, while I'm like peeling the sticker off, I just thought it's funny. Like, I am moving around my house today. I'm not just like holing up in my room, but it is getting chilly out right now. It looks bright outside, but we have big trees that block our windows, so the house is already pretty dark. But it's like freezing in our house. Whenever it gets cold out, our house is always so cold. And so I've just been cuddled up on my bed. I just thought it was funny because every clip I'm like in some different area of my room. We also have Layla with me on my chair. Kitty. She's sleeping. We have 7 hours left in the day. Let's get to reading. I was just curious to see if the audiobook was like, I don't even know what you call it, when it's kind of like a dual narration to where it's the female's chapter, but the male also speaks his lines, kind of like in Deep End. It is like that. So I am going to enjoy this audiobook, but I am going to read it to start with. But when I do listen to the audiobook, I know I'm going to fully enjoy it. I wanted to update you. I am currently 100 pages in, as you saw with Butcher and Blackbird. I had to go and get my little baggie of tabs and stuff and a pen because there was a part. It doesn't have like chapters, but it's Cubism era. That's the chapter, and so good. It was, the second I read that, I was like, I can't not do that. My goal for this is to try and not tab and highlight stuff because that always, I feel like, extends my reading time. So I've been trying not to tab every book I read or like underline stuff because I don't need to, and it's kind of overkill. I'm only gonna do like little bits and pieces. If some parts stick out to me, I will underline them or tab them. I am really enjoying this book. It follows Sloane and Rowan. As I mentioned, they're both serial killers who kill serial killers. It's kind of insta-lovey, but I also love it because there's so much humor in in it, and the dialogue between the two is so snappy and witty, and it's just so fun to read. The issue with it is that because it's insta-lovey, they already have like this big connection and these like feelings for each other, and it's like, well, where did that develop? Like, how do we have that develop? And then time passes where they haven't seen each other for like a couple months. They're like still wanting to see each other, so it's like they're talking to each other over the phone during that time frame where they don't see each other, but we don't see that interaction. So it's nice because we're not spending too much time on that development, but also it's like they're yearning for each other or feel like they know each other really well, when like I don't even feel like I really know Sloane or Rowan that well, besides little bits and pieces that they're sharing with us when they have conversations. So I guess that's enough. And then obviously there's more time in the book for them to reveal information about their childhood and who they are as people. But I'm about to go make dinner. I'm gonna have some pasta and stuff, so it's gonna take me a little while to make. Not long, but I am gonna listen to the audiobook while I cook my food. We have 17 hours left of this challenge. My time to stop would be at 12, so I have 5 hours left of today. But part of me also wants to try and go as long as I can into the night and read. I don't know if I should, because I know in the beginning I said I'd split this challenge up into 2 days, but part of me kind of wants to keep reading. I don't know. We'll see how it goes throughout the night as the time goes on. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards staying up all night just to see if I can do it. So anyways, I'll come back to you guys with more information once I get further into the book. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I love it. It's so fun, witty, and fast paced. Yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna have dinner and then I'll see you guys after. Hi guys, it is currently 10:59, 12 hours and 16 minutes remaining of this challenge. Currently aim to be done with this at 11:16 a.m. It's 10:59 right now. Why do I want to try and stay up all night? I was getting a little sleepy downstairs. I'm gonna get ready for bed, but I wanted to update you guys because I've been listening to Butcher and Blackbird because the audio narration, I think it's Joe Arden is the guy who does the narration for Rowan, and I'm really enjoying it. He has like an Irish accent. We love a foreign accent. I've been really enjoying it. I'm currently really far into the book. I only have like, I'd say like 40 pages left maybe. I'm currently on page 292 and there's a total of like 332 pages, so I'm very close to done. I'm sorry I also haven't really talked too much about this book. I've just really been enjoying the like audio of it. Truly, my jaw has been like open the entire time though, because there are some crazy parts in this book, and just hearing it too, I'm just like, no way. I've just really been immersed in this book and enjoying it. I'm gonna keep listening to it, get ready for bed, and then I'll probably finish reading it myself, or I might just let the audiobook do it because I do love the narration. I just want to update you guys. I think I'm gonna try and pull the all-nighter for the full 24 hours. I know, crazy. In the beginning I said I wasn't going to, but I feel like I should. I will chat with you guys once I am done with this book and I have a rating and more thoughts for you. But right now too, sorry, crazy stuff's happening right now. Something, it kind of hit like a, I want to say slump, but it was just a little like a lull in it. And I was like, what's gonna happen next? Like, we're already at like a peak, and then something crazier happened, and it's just kind of like eerie too. So I am excited to see how this all plays out. I am ready to give you guys a review on Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I paused my timer because I had to take like a little brain break, but I'm going to resume it while I chat about this because this is book related. 11 hours remaining. I will get finished at 11:31 now. It's also midnight, so we have 11 hours to go. I'm feeling tired. So I ended up rating this book 3.5 stars. I think this was a fun concept, and the way that Bryn Weaver executed it was also really cool. Definitely that, it was like dark romance vibes, but still like a fun twist to it that's not like so dark and serious. Obviously the premise of it is a little dark with the murdering and stuff and the way that they go about handling the after facts of it. Dark romantic comedy. It says on the back here, that's a great way to describe this book. It's a dark romantic comedy. It was definitely funny. The banter between Sloane and Rowan was really good, and and it was just super witty and quick. I think the story flowed pretty well. I don't think there was that great of a development of the characters in the sense of learning about them and how their relationship developed. I think it was very insta-lovey, which I get because they were both kind of in the same field of work. I don't know, it was just very insta-lovey, but I didn't really have that too big of an issue with it because when you know, I guess. I think when I mentioned earlier just how their relationship was developing, but we weren't really seeing it. We were just seeing the after effects of it and how they were communicating for months on end and how they were just slowly falling more for each other. There was like some lulls in the story where I feel like we kind of lost the plot of the whole story and what we were trying to accomplish, because obviously the main premise is that they're killing other serial killers and they would meet up every year to kind of have like a competition with one another to try and catch the specific one that they were sent out to hunt for. And then it kind of steered away from that, and then it kind of got back to it, but not really. And then there was just this big plot point at the end where something crazy was happening. It was almost like a third act breakup, but not really. I would maybe call it like a third act issue or something that came between them. I just kind of feel like we lost the plot at some points, but also there wasn't really too large of a plot where it's like we were going to get from point A to point B. It was just kind of like following along with them, living their lives. I think the world that Bryn Weaver's created with these characters and the other characters involved in the story is going to be really fun. I'm excited to read the other two books in this trilogy. It's the Love Ruinous trilogy. The next one is Leather and Clark, I'm pretty sure. That follows Rowan's brother Lachlan and then Sloane's best friend Lark. And then there's the third one with Fionn and Rosa? Rose. I'm excited to read those. I think it was fun. It's not too serious of a book. I think I've been in a lot of serious like high fantasy books or like fantasy worlds to where the plot's more serious. So in this I'm just kind of like, what's the big end point here? It's not. It's a dark romance that's funny, and I think it did what it was meant to. Definitely one of my favorites, but just wasn't one that was like the best. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed reading it and it was a good book, but that's really it. It is funny and I would recommend it to people. I'm not completely obsessed with it, but it is still good. But now it's time to pick our next book. I have some ideas for this. I don't know, I'm really nervous because I feel like I need to keep my attention span up, but I also don't think mentally I have the capacity to start a full book right now. My thought was to do Night Shift because I feel like that's the easiest one, but then I also really wanted to start We Are All the Same in the Dark because I'm just really curious about this story. But like I mentioned, there's also that Amazon Prime series that came out. Ali Hazelwood and Christina Lauren. They're two of the authors of the 6, I believe, that were released, the short stories. And I think I'm going to read the Ali Hazelwood one, Hot for Slayer. I am really excited to read that one. And then I'll probably save Christina Lauren one, I think it's called Falling, for tomorrow. The next book we're going to be reading for this video is Ali Hazelwood's Hot for Slayer. I did, like I mentioned, already start this and kind of get 30 pages into it. I'm going to restart it. I really enjoyed the beginning part of it, and it's Ali Hazelwood, so of course I'm going to love it. I'm probably going to sit in my chair for a bit or on the floor so I don't fall asleep. Benny's currently sleeping on my bed. He's passed out, so I'm just gonna let him have that for the time being, and I'm just gonna, I think, sit in my chair or go on the floor because I am kind of getting tired. And I haven't even like gotten past 1 a.m. I'm gonna start this and then I'll get back to you. I also made my own playlist for this book because I want this to be really good. I know it's gonna be really good. There's 94 pages in this short story. We will see how long it takes me to get through this. To be so biased for a second. I love Ali Hazelwood's writing and I'm already giggling and giddy about this book. Like, it's actually insane the chokehold that her writing has on me. I just had to let you guys know because I'm like so excited right now. I forgot to mention to you guys what this book is about. Basically, the little short blurb for this one is that when a vampire slayer loses all his memories, the only person who can help him is the vampire he's tried to kill for centuries. The names are insane. First of all, it's like Athelrith? I have to list what I say, but it's Ethel. I'm pretty sure the short name is. To her modern day Manhattan neighbors find her sworn nemesis, Laszlo and Nettie, with no memory of who or what they are. An ancient hunt becomes an unexpected chance at forbidden passion. He's crashing on her couch, solving her Sudoku puzzles, and looking at her like she's his eternal flame, minus the whole bursting into ashes part. As his memories slowly return, Ethel realizes she might be in danger of losing more than just her head. So it's kind of like he's chasing her and then he loses his memory. So it's perfect. There was a part on the 3rd page about the distance of how far they were in this crowd of people, and it was we're as far from each other as the size of an Olympic swimming pool. And I highlighted, go, Lucas, someone stop me. I I will find a way to relate deep end to any aspect of any book or any part of life, truly. So I'm gonna keep reading, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update of what this book was about because I never mentioned it, and it's fun. There's also audiobooks for all these short stories. I personally am not gonna listen to this one because I don't really like the narrator for the guy and the accent he gives. It's not bad, but it's just like I don't really like it, so I'm not gonna do that. My eyes are falling asleep and I can't stop it. Granted, I am super cozy right now in my bed, and that's probably the last thing I do. It's also freezing in this house. 43 degrees outside right now, and it's probably colder in this house. I have 9 hours and 57 minutes left. Part of me wants to take like a little power nap, like an hour power nap, and then that'll just push me back an hour tomorrow. But then also I'm just like, why can't I just like fight it? Because I've read to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning before, but I don't know why I'm so tired right now. And like I don't want to miss out on this little novella because I keep dozing off and then I forget what I read. So I think I'm gonna take an hour nap and then I'll come back. I'm gonna stop my timer because we need to be rejuvenated, and I think we can applaud me because the ambition was there, but I love sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna like nap. I'm gonna cat nap for an hour and then I will come back. I'll see you guys in an hour. Good morning, you guys. I haven't had the chance to really chat with you. It's currently 10:33. I did fall asleep last night. Yeah, as you guys saw, I could not keep my eyes open and I needed to go to bed. I tried doing my hour nap and that did not work out. I kept snoozing my alarm throughout the whole night, so I didn't get that great of sleep in general. Here I am, showered, had breakfast, ready for the day. Currently have 8 hours and 49 minutes left. Projected to finish this around 7:23 tonight, so that's grand. I just finished Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood and I'm gonna rate it like 3.75 stars. It's a novella, so it's kind of hard, I think, to rate those, you know, because they're just short and sweet. It was like 84 pages, but like I said, I love anything Ali Hazelwood makes. This one was really cute. When I mentioned earlier about what the book is, it's just a vampire getting hunted by a vampire slayer. Vampire slayer hits his head, can't really remember that he hates the vampire, and then it's just so good because his initial, like in his DNA, he knows he likes her. I don't want to like say too much, but it is short and sweet and it's really cute. It's just, that's what it is. And it wasn't, I wouldn't say it's insta-lovey because with those type of novellas, I feel like the authors do a really good job at like throwing you into the story. And for this one specifically, we learned that they've been following each other for like decades. It wasn't insta-lovey and it was just kind of built over time. I think before I start another full book, I do want to read the Christina Lauren one, Falling. This one, I'll read you guys like what it's about because I actually have no clue what this one's about either. Cat should be afraid of Brigand, the devastatingly gorgeous stranger at a Halloween party whose very presence makes everyone else fall at his feet. But while his supernatural allure drives others to mindless obsession, Cat somehow keeps her wits. Even as she surrenders to temptation, when this cursed being realizes she alone can see his true nature, one night of searing passion could break a century-old spell or doom them both. Immortal powers of persuasion have worked flawlessly for 9 centuries until he meets the one woman who can resist him in a wickedly short story, okay? This, I don't know, it sounds interesting, but also so-so. It's 56 pages, so it won't take up too much of my time, and then we'll pick our next book. Probably to close out the rest of this video. We only have 8 hours and 45 minutes now. So let's start Falling by Christina Lauren. I love Christina Lauren's writing. Their writing is just so fun. It's also kind of dual POV. It just says, because we're getting it from his perspective, and it says, from the side of the room, he watched the little lamb. That's her Halloween costume. He'd been unable to take his eyes off her, in fact, tracking her from the moment she was dragged in behind the basketball player, which is Kat's boyfriend, but like they have nothing in common, all he cares about is basketball, which is actually funny. A truly aspirational costume, given that the man could be more than 5'6", who deposited her unceremoniously in the kitchen with a woman she had clearly never met before. But it's like, he is clocking this man so hard. Like, her boyfriend, or like ex-boyfriend, is such a loser. I just like that it's his point of view too. This is so random, but Taylor Swift, I'm like listening to playlists right now, and Taylor Swift's like songs are playing and they're so good. I feel like you must have, but have you listened to her new album? I've seen so many TikToks of people saying that she sampled like half of the songs or all of them. The one that I caught was Cancelled, and it's Flickered Yellow Flicker Beat by Lorde. It sounds the exact same, but I just think it was like, how does she fumble an album like that? I was never really like a Taylor Swift fan, but now like I slowly am liking her songs because of the book playlist and stuff. Like they have a lot of her songs on there, and some of them are really good, and I associate them with the books. But I was so shocked that her album just like wasn't that good. Like there were some songs in the beginning that were good, but the rest were just very like teeny boppy, I guess, if that's like the best way to describe it. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people with mixed thoughts about it. I haven't seen any like true Swifties defend the album. I've just seen a lot of people kind of like joke about it and be like, did Travis write this album? I don't know. I had that random thought because one of her songs is playing, and this one's a good one too. I expected it to be so much better. Like I was actually excited for it, you know? I don't know. Let me know if you guys have listened to it or what your thoughts are on the album. I'm not like a true Swiftie, but if some people watching this are, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are because I'm very curious. I'm only on chapter 2 right now. I'm on page 12 of 56. I'm just gonna keep reading this and then I'll probably check in once I'm done. I'll let you guys know what I think about it once I'm finished. Okay, so I just finished. I was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I think I'm gonna give like a 3-star. Like it was mid. For like a short story, I think Allie Hazel just did it really good. So I'm gonna give that one like a 3. It's not bad. I would still recommend to read it because I love their writing, but I just don't like how it was like executed. And then the ending, I was honestly kind of confused. I think the next book I want to read, we have our pile of books. I don't think I really want to read Stephen King's because I was looking at this one. This one's more of like a discovery of like a, what is it, coming of age, kind of friends and trust and stuff, and I'm not really in the mood for that. Don't think I'm gonna read Night Shift because I feel like I need something that will keep my attention. The Tenant or Please See Us. This one seems more interesting than The Tenant. Benny, which one should I read? Pick. Which one should I read? I think I'm gonna do We're All the Same in the Dark by Julia Heberlin because this one's also on Spotify for like an audiobook too, so if I want to listen to it I also have that option. So reading the back, girl, her name's True Branson, went missing. Everyone's like trying to find her. They've yet to find her. And True's brother Wyatt, True's brother is like still around, lives in the house. The police deemed him not guilty, but everyone around kind of assumes that he did something. Wyatt finds this lost girl dumped in a field of dandelions making silent wishes. He believes she is a sign. And then the town's youngest cop, Odette Tucker, believes she's a catalyst that will ignite a seething town still waiting for its own missing girl to come home. So everyone's still in high spirits that True will come back. And Odette, who is the new cop, will try and solve both of these cases. I'm hoping, not like it'd be a quick read, but like because it's like the mystery, it'll be high stakes and interesting. I'm gonna start reading this. I will see if there's like a playlist. I don't know. I feel like with this challenge, my brain is kind of like shutting off while I'm reading and I'm just in the action of doing it. 334 pages. So I will come back with a little bit of an update with more information and thoughts and feelings. We have 7 hours and 30 minutes remaining left in this challenge. I think I'm gonna brave the cold and head outside for a bit. It's currently 58 degrees out. So much for summer. So I have this coat on and then I'm gonna go put on my Uggs and then we're gonna head outside because it's like blue skies out and it looks nice, but I know it's gonna be really cold and my limbs get really cold really fast, so I might only be out there for like 10 minutes, but I just need to change the scenery and maybe this will help wake me up a bit more too. Go make tea so I can kind of warm up out here. I don't know, it sounds good right now, and I'll come back and continue reading. Look at this. Found this mug in the cabinet. I'm actually obsessed with this thing. Look how cute it is. Really gonna enhance my outside reading experience. I can't find like a good playlist though, because I feel like this is hard for books like this because it's not like, this is giving like farm town missing. I wanted to check in because I've made it a little past halfway for this book, and my initial thoughts about this book was I was kind of bored. I did take like a 15-minute nap and I paused the timer, but I was just very bored. Like I had no interest in the story, and I did look at Goodreads just to see what the ratings were and just kind of like briefly see what people rated them, because I was like, why? Like, is this a good book? I don't want to waste my time on this. And I saw someone kind of describe it as like a slow burn mystery, and I think that's like the best way to describe this. I also read The Outsider recently by Stephen King, and this gives me like the same vibes as that book in the sense of the pacing. We're following Odette, who is a cop in this book. She's uncovering mysteries, and they came across the girl in the field and stuff. There's just a lot of loose ends that need to be solved, and I don't know, I just, in the beginning I was very bored, and I was just like, where are we going with this? I wish we just knew the answers to it. I do have a theory about who or what could have happened, kind of based off the stuff that's been mentioned in this book. Chapter 35, page 178 is when stuff kind of gets intense. Not intense, but like, I think the story's starting to pick up now. I think because I'm halfway now, and I'm at a part where it's like 5 years later, and then it jumps to a different perspective because we've been in Odette's perspective for the majority of this book. And now I'm actually very curious because this does jump 5 years into the future when we just got to a point in the book where something crazy just happened. So I want to know about that. So I think that's where like my interest is now peaked. So I'm excited to finish it. There's about, I think, 340 something pages, very close to done. We have just under like 3 hours remaining. I'm hoping I can try and finish it a little bit before that, but I'm probably going to make it right up to the point of when the timer goes off. But I am enjoying this. At first I was going to come up here and give a review saying I didn't really enjoy it, or I wasn't liking it because I was like getting bored and sleepy, but it's definitely picking up in that slow burn. Everything's kind of piling up now to where it's going to get interesting and fast paced. The characters are interesting. Their backstory is a small town. We were very close to done, but we won't be done until I finish this book. We Are All the Same in the Dark, and I've also completed the 24-hour challenge, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on We Are All the Same in the Dark by Julia Eberlin. I ended up rating this book 3.25 stars. I enjoyed it. As you guys saw my reaction to the end of the book, I knew it would be intense. I think it was definitely a slow burn mystery, as I mentioned in my previous clips, but it just wasn't that interesting to me. I had really no desire to want to read it and figure out what happened or how everyone was connected. And I also think the way, or like how it ended and like the big reveal of who was the one doing all of it was a little underwhelming, and I feel like it could have gone many different ways. That could have been more interesting, maybe. I don't know. The ending was crazy, and I think I like how she took us through a couple point of views in this book, and they were all they varied in length, but I like how she did that because I think it carried the story on really well and answered questions to characters and developed their background a little better for us. But I will say that there were like some aspects where it just felt very surface level, and we were just kind of moving along and we had no reason to, I guess, really care for the characters, but I guess that also makes sense because it is a mystery and a thriller, so you kind of want to pin blame on other people because if you don't know them that well, it's easy to kind of be suspicious of them. So I guess I get that part for writing characters that way. The message and stuff like we're all the same in the dark is very interesting because I do like how the story did relate back to the title saying like we're all the same in the dark, how in the end we're just our souls and no matter what's like has happened to us in our past, what defines us or is part of our story or something like that. So I think that's cool because there's like disabilities in here for characters that could kind of change the trajectory of people's lives if it happened to them, but they kind of use it as a way to make them stronger rather than weaker. I don't know, it was just kind of boring and slow to me and it wasn't like a suspenseful thriller. I mean at the end it was because I did get a little scared at the end. Not scared, but I was just like, what is happening? So I don't know. I would say it's like a good book. Read it if you like this. I just don't think this is my favorite genre of reading. I guess it depends on the book maybe and the plot, I guess, or maybe who's writing it. It was good. It wasn't my favorite. I will come back tomorrow to wrap up this video and talk about all the books that we read in the last 24 hours. Hi you guys. So it is the next day and we have completed the 24-hour challenge. That was really hard. I was really hopeful the first night thinking I could go the full 24 hours, but for some reason I just got so sleepy and my eyes were falling shut, so I just could not stay awake. So I am happy I split it into the 2 days. I got a little in over my head on the first day, but I thought the challenge was really fun. I definitely read a good chunk of books. I think as like my pace that I read, because I know I've seen some people read like 4 or 5 books, like full-length books in their reading vlog for the 24 hours, which is insane, and I would love to get to that point, but I'm just not there. To do a wrap-up of all the books we read in this video, the first book that I read was The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Chris Broadbent. I read that book for another reading vlog, so you guys caught me on like the tail end of the book, but I would say I read like 300 pages, so that kind of counts as a full book. So if I wasn't reading that, maybe I would have gotten to 3 books total, but I ended up rating that 3.75 stars. Then the next book that we read was Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. This is the first book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was really fun. It was a pretty quick read and very like mindless to where I could just sit and enjoy it, and it was kind of like that, like a dark romantic comedy, and I rated this one 3.5 stars. Then I read 2 of the new novellas written in the Amazon Prime little thing that they do from Ali Hazelwood and Christina Lauren, Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood and Falling by Christina Lauren. I really enjoyed both of those. Really quick and easy reads and something just to kind of take a break from committing to a full story, and I think that was really good for the 24-hour challenge because it kind of gave me a break just to kind of sit and enjoy a fast-paced story that's seasonal and fun because it's fall time and Halloween's this month. I rated Hot for Slayer 3.75 stars, and then I rated Falling 3 stars. And then the final book that I read for this video is We Are All the Same in the Dark by Julia Heberlin. I rated this book 3.25 stars. I enjoyed this one. I will say that the ending was more fast-paced and interesting because everything was being revealed. Obviously, wasn't really a fast-paced thriller like I expected it to be, but I think the story was good. It just wasn't my favorite. So in total, I read 2 full books. I would count The Ashes and Star-Cursed King as like a full book, but I finished another book, but that was like 300 pages, so that's technically 3. And then I read 2 short novellas, and I think that's pretty good for 24 hours. That bumped me up closer to my goal. I was at 41 books at the start of this challenge, and now I'm at 46, which I am very happy about. That is it for this video. I do not know when I will do this challenge next, but let me know if you enjoyed watching this or what other books or challenges you'd like to see from me in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.